What up, world? We back again live. It's your boy Chuck Wick Ill, aka Challz Brown. I'm waiting for this thing to connect right, so we ain't out here dropping a lot of the convo. Look like it's about to connect. So, how y'all doing? You good? Good. All right, welcome back. Another episode, talking facts. You know what we do here, controversial topics. We talk about, current events, things of that nature. And the current event right now, the hot topic, I think Gina Rodriguez apologized twice about this already, is Latinas, Spanish women, Spanish girls, Spanish chicks, for that matter, Spanish guys, saying the unimaginable N-word. A lot of people are, okay, let me start from the beginning. We're in an era where everyone is hypersensitive, for better or worse. Everyone is super hypersensitive. And in some cases, it's great. Like Me Too movement to a degree is great, perfect. That's what we need. We need us males to rethink our actions toward females. We need to rethink what we say and do to women, girls, wives, single people, whoever it is. It doesn't make a difference. You need to be respectful, even if it's a stripper, without the consent of that person. You can't be just touching them, grabbing them, kissing up on them, harassing them, all that stuff like that there. So that is what has come out of this social media hypersensitive world that we are in, right? Also, you have the Black Lives Matter movement that also has been created in hypersensitive social media movement, and it was very needed. It was time for it. It was very, very necessary. So I say all that to say this. We also have like the cancel culture, only created in the social media era, right? And I say all that to say this. We also have stuff that's been timeless since before we had social media, like the N-word not being able to be said by people that are not of color. Right now, the narrative is that we have taken that word, we've reclaimed, that's a quote that they have now, reclaimed the N-word. It is now reclaimed, and it's a negative slur that has been reclaimed, and we don't want no one that is not of color saying the N-word. It's a lot of layers to this, though, right? It's a lot of layers to this, and I'm gonna start with this one. It's like there's a lot of light right there. It's a lot of layers to this. If you're gonna say only people of color, what does people of color mean? What does that mean? Black? Because there's some Dominicans that's darker than the black people. And there's some Cubans that are darker than black people. It's a fact. There are some Africans that don't relate to being called a nigger because they don't hear that over there. So it's a fact. Like, this is subjective to who the person is listening to. It's a lot of black people who give you a pass for saying it because it don't mean nothing to them. And it's a lot of black people who never say the word in any circumstance by any they think no one should say it. Black, white, Chinese, no one. So as a people, we're divided on just even if we can say it amongst ourselves. In steps Gina Rodriguez, right? The most recent person of color. I want to say of color, but not because some people don't consider Latinas, people of color. That is a fact. Some people, every time you hear us outrage about a woman saying the N-word, is usually not a white girl, because white girls, I don't even know any white girls that go around saying that. They're out there, you know. They are out there. They hang around. They hang amongst a lot of other white girls that say it, but they don't say it around black people. And also they say it amongst groups of people that accept that, but they don't just throw it out all over the place. Okay. But it's all about the person that hears it. How do they accept it? Right now, so Gina Rodriguez was rapping Lauryn Hill's part. Went full on to the whole verse. Lauryn Hill said, niggas, da, 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 and she just went along with it. Niggas, da, 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 da. Internet, in pure internet fashion, completely slaughtered this girl. You got to think, first of all, a lot of these people sitting at their desk at work, or they sitting in school, sitting in a class where they're completely bored. They have nothing to do. So you give them something like Gucci just put out a sweater with blackface, or Dove just put a commercial out with a white woman looking black, or whatever the case may be. Gina Rodriguez just said the N-word while she was rapping. They have nothing better to do but to go and attack this girl, to at her all day, all night. It's a fact. They have nothing better to do. And whether it's outrage or not, a lot of shit is fake outrage to me. You understand? A lot of shit is fake outrage to me. Because most of the time when there's a black person, when there's a black person mad about a Spanish person saying the N-word, and I'm about to say the realest shit I ever wrote, that is usually a person who does not mingle with other cultures much. And what I'm saying is, some down south black chick who's in Alabama, or even DC, or black guy who's super surrounded, 99% of the people that they are around are black. They don't see too many Spanish people. Unless they're Mexicans, and Mexicans barely talk to you. They don't see too many white people. They just in a bubble. So they looking at Gina Rodriguez, Cardi B, and J-Lo as some outsiders who don't get it, that they're encroaching on some culture of N-word use, that somehow you can only be given a pass to say it. No, you can't be given a pass to say it because it's such a coveted word. It's a very serious topic. But the thing about this is, on my opinion, I grew up around mostly black people. But as I got older, I met a lot of Spanish people, Latinas. I met a lot of white people. I met a lot of people, right? And a lot of people say the N-word, bruh. It is a fact. Spanish people say the N-word like they invented it in the inner city. You ain't gonna never, ever go up to some Spanish people saying the N-word amongst each other and try to curve that or correct it unless you're trying to get bopped. You are not doing that. It is a fact. So, I say all that to say this. Spanish people have been using the N-word for years. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but they have been using the N-word for years. You might as well stop it with all that. They use it as, they come up to black people all day, my nigga, da 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 da. Half the I don't know a Spanish rapper that don't say it. You show me a Spanish rapper that don't use the N-word. I'm talking about American rap. I'm not talking about some Spanish rapper that only speaks Spanish. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about American Spanish rapper like Fat Joe, right? I think Remy Ma is Spanish. I'm not sure. Cardi B, AG from Showbiz and AG. Who else is Spanish? Noriega. Who else is Spanish? Big Pun. I'm trying to think like who's the Beaten Nuts. All the Beaten Nuts is Spanish. I think Curious George. I found out he's Spanish. Like I don't even think Curious George cursed like that. I don't know. But you showed me some Spanish rapper who doesn't say the N-word. I think Fat Joe says that shit probably every other word. I could be wrong. I could be you tell me if I'm wrong. Where is the cancel Fat Joe? Where's the cancel Fat Joe hashtag? I'm waiting for that. You know who gets this shit the most is females. Soon as a prissy little actress type chick, because when J-Lo said it, it was bedlam. Ja Rule wrote the rap for J-Lo for the song that she said nigga on. Go look it up and say fact. He says it. Ja Rule, the song that they got together, he wrote the lyrics and she said nigga. And black people lost their mind. Right? Ja Rule didn't get canceled for writing it. And J-Lo career went on. You understand? But for some reason today, they're trying to end Gina Rodriguez's career right now. Because she rapped along with Lauryn Hill. Right? She rapped along with Lauryn. And this is the hot button issue. And I don't have the answer. You know what I'm saying? But if you're throwing these words out here in these songs, it's a word. And I get it. They're supposed to mute it every time they say that, like a kid or something, whatever. But at some point, if you're saying the word is powerless and you reclaimed it and you took the power from it, then how does it still have power when they say it? It's a slippery slope. You can't say the word has no power anymore. You can't say Nigga is not nigger and it's not derogatory. If then now the Latin girl can't say it. Do you understand? So the problem is, my problem with it, I married into a I married into a Spanish family. And they dropped the N-bomb every other fucking word. All of them. Like from here to Jersey to Florida, all of them. The ones that's Americanized. I haven't met a Spanish person between the age of 18 and 40 that doesn't say it. If they from the city, it's a fact. And the only people that don't know this are people who don't know anybody Spanish. So my thing is, and I'm not even going to touch white people saying, because white people say it too. If they in the hood and they're about the culture of what we're doing, they grew up in that, they're going to say it. It is what it is. It's a fact. I'm not going to go punching people in the face for saying that. And most of y'all ain't evil. All you're going to do is go on Twitter and complain about it like whatever. The word don't mean what it used to mean. It can't have it both ways. You can't be at work saying, nigga, nah, and acting like it ain't a big deal. That's a term of endearment. Oh, it's a term of endearment. So then Johnny says it to you. Johnny getting yoked up. Right? So this is the thing is, my whole thing is, the question is, can Gina Rodriguez, Cardi B, and J-Lo say the N-word? Most of the people who say the N-word are in the hood, the inner city. It trickles into the countryside. And the damn sure has a different meaning down the country. It's different. Because they still getting that oppression, that dirty look, that stay in your place, nigga. They still getting that racism for real, for real. So it has a way different meaning to them. It's much more powerful and strong to them because they still dealing with it on a high level. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say these girls I'm naming, Cardi B, right out the Bronx, bro. Right out the Bronx. You think they don't say that to each other all day? White, black, red, yeah, all of them. They say that all day. They grow up saying that. The family I married into, they all out of Jersey. They all grew up saying that. It is a fact. So, if you're going to say Cardi B can't say the N-word or Gina Rodriguez can't say the N-word, you're going to have to drive to the Bronx and start checking everybody in the Bronx that's saying the N-word. And then make your way over to Brooklyn and make your way over to Queens, make your way down to Jersey, make your way down the whole East Coast and check every Spanish person and try to say, you can't say the N-word. Right, for right or wrong, they say it already. Right? So you're going to go on Gina Rodriguez's, who clearly means no harm to anybody. How I know she means no harm to anybody? Because first of all, she's singing Lauryn Hill. She ain't even singing no Thuggish Ruggish. She's singing Lauryn Hill. Second of all, she apologized twice orally and she wrote a written apology. I would have told y'all to kiss my motherfucking ass if it was me. That's just me. I don't give a fuck about what y'all think about nothing. The simple fact is, if you're going to say she can't say it, then nobody can say it. Because half the people with black, I got a DNA test, and I got white, I got European in me, so I guess I can't say it. Who's the judge of what level that can say this shit or not? And not only that, everyone that's saying you can't say the N-word, you DNA they ass, they got European in them. So what level, where are you starting? Where you doing the eyeball test? You're looking at somebody, oh, you cool enough to say it. Because you damn sure can't tell by skin tone what a person's nationality. You can't look at people thought I was Dominican. So off an eye test, someone could have been like, what you mean saying nigga? You ain't black? What you saying? So who's to say who's black and who ain't black? First of all, that's the real question I got to ask you. And second of all, if that word is going to trigger you, you're going to look around the room every time you see who's saying it. You're going to have a fight every day, all day. And that means that word still has power over you because you're ready to knuckle up anytime you hear it and you're trying to check whoever. That's silly, bro. That's silliness, bro. As you grow up and get older, right? Yes, you have the right to not like it when someone of another race, in your opinion, says it. Right? Of course you have the right. Of course you have the right to check white people when they say the N-word, blah, blah, blah. But my thing is, this shit is all about context. A black dude could come up to me right now and say the N-word in such a way that I want to stab his ass. And he's black. He'd be like, what's up, nigga? And then we probably be fighting or something. Right? It's all about context. He said it. He's black. He's able to say it. That's his right to say it. Apparently, according to the secret scrolls, he has the right to say that. Now, I got a right to get mad at it or be like, this is silly. It's all context. This word, just like any other word, is used in a certain context. Just like if I say, what up? What up could be said in certain ways that thing is an insult. I can say what up in a certain way. I can say brother. I can say bruh in a certain way that you feel insulted and you ready to go. Right? I can say, what's your problem, bruh? I can say it like that, and then you ready to go. That ain't the N-word. That ain't even a bad word. But you know what I mean when I say bruh. I'm calling you stupid, and I'm saying what's up. So it's all about context. So what we need to do as a people is get better with the context and understand what we deal with when we say the word. If you're going to continue to put the word in Drake rap songs, who's the biggest rap artist in the world, I think the dude say nigga on almost every record. Right? Ain't Drake half Jewish or some shit like that? So how black you got to be to say this shit? I want to know. And some of these Spanish women got black in them. So I want to know, like, where do you draw the line at? We need a DNA test before you can say this shit? Because there's a lot of cultures, there's a lot of races inside of one person. Right? So when you're going to start nitpicking, I bet you half these motherfuckers went and Googled this girl's nationality before they fucking went at her. I guarantee they didn't know what the fuck. She could have been a light-skinned black chick. Like Amanda Seals or some shit. Amanda Searles. Light-skinned black chick. Amanda Searles could pass for Spanish any day of the week. And she is blacker than most of the dudes, 10 times darker than her. So I say all that to say this. What's your point? What's your point? You're going to cancel somebody for singing Lauryn Hill? You're going to cancel somebody for singing Lauryn Hill. After a while, the canceling ain't going to matter. It ain't going to work no more. Y'all cancel. I don't even remember anybody getting canceled that stayed canceled. Fact. Niggas is wearing Gucci again. Gucci ain't even canceled no more. It is a fact. It is a fact. Gucci ain't canceled no more. You don't believe me? Go look at these artists' page. It ain't canceled. It's on and popping. So I say all that to say this. My opinion. And my opinion, to me, is a fact. These Spanish women are going to, the ones that say it, like Cardi B is going to say that to the end of time. You can get mad or whatever, blah, blah. You're getting mad at a girl that sang a song and said the word along with the song. Something's wrong with you. You can check her. You can say, oh, you shouldn't be saying that, mama. But y'all are really ignorant with the shit. Y'all really rude, really disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't going to be because you say it's got to be that way. It's a fact. So, and the last thing you should be doing, and I'm going to end it on this. The last fucking thing you should be doing is taking pride in being able to say the goddamn N-word. You proud of that shit. You're beating on your chest because you can say nigga. You proud of saying some shit like that. Like you proud of that shit. Proud enough to get online and fight for this shit. The most derogatory word that has ever come at us in any point in time. And you will go on there and use your 240 characters on Twitter to light somebody's ass up. Defending the fucking word. Right? None of us should be saying that shit. None of us should be saying it. It is a fucking fact. No one should be saying that shit. That shit was said right before they was hanging your ass from a tree, cutting your balls off. But we running with it. How we gonna respect each other? And that's what we calling each other. Right? Bottom line, you stop saying it and everybody else don't stop saying it. My name is Chuck Wickills, a.k.a. Charles Brown. Appreciate y'all watching. I told you this is controversial shit. It is what it is. I know some people ain't gonna like it, but I don't do this for people to like it. I do this for people to have an opinion. All right? Hit the like button if you like it. Subscribe. I'll tell you, I'm gonna be here every day. I'm gonna see y'all. I might do something else later tonight too. I'm just gonna be doing 1-2 videos every single day. All right, I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side, y'all. Peace.